Holy shit, what the fuck are we doing on a Saturday night? Although it's Sunday, where my guests are today, which is awesome. Who would have thought? And I'm talking about Bad Absalom. Am I saying that right?
Correct, yes. That's us.
All the way from Sydney, Australia, is it?
That's us, yep.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. And you guys, are you currently signed or unsigned?
Mate, we are so unsigned at the moment. We are very independent.
All right, they are independent. It was kind of hard finding some stuff. So if I have to ask you, a couple of times, forgive me. I'm sorry. But as you know, here on 6 Feet Underground, you can always find the best in the underground as far as all genres of metal, hard rock, and even some hip hop and stuff that we may have in the future. It's a new fucking year. We just said goodbye to 2021. Yeah, hopefully it was good for y'all. It was actually started out real shitty and got real good about halfway through, and it's been wonderful ever since. So I have high hopes for 2022.
Hell yeah, can't say the same. Australia.
Oh, absolutely. All of us here at Three Witches Entertainment welcome Bad Absalom from Sydney, Australia. Those of you out in Three Witches Land, if you're just joining us, these guys are fucking phenomenal. They've been kind of talked about as kind of like a hard rock / alternative. I'm not sure exactly how would you guys categorize your sound.
Oh, look, if we had to split hairs, we've been branding ourselves as stoner punk. So
I've seen that. I've seen that as well.
Yeah. So yeah, just like hopefully blending the massive tones of stoner metal with the furiousness of punk rock,
which is absolutely fantastic. There's another band from Ireland called Pure Sonic Outcast that do something kind of similar on the stoner punk side a little bit more. Seems to be like a growing part of the genre, which is really cool.
Hell yeah.
There's like so many cool elements because when I first heard it, I was like, ooh, this is very doomy. And then it got real fast real quick. And I was like, oh, okay. All right. I see where we're going. Nothing wrong with that. So who all do I have the pleasure of speaking with? Tell us your names and what you play in the band.
I am Richie. I am our bass player.
I just sing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's Jeremy because he didn't remember his own name. I'm Harrison. I'm the drummer.
I'm Nick. I'm the guitarist.
Nice. All right. How long y'all been together?
Well, me and Jeremy, we've been kicking around for a long time. There was an original incantation of this band that grew up in a shitty little band house out in Western Sydney. It was full of cats, and
well, we love cats.
Yeah, so we've been through so many members, Jeremy and I, but like a lint roller, we've managed to find some extra fluff to stick to us, and that's these two champions back here. So this incantation is probably maybe 5 or 6 years old.
Okay, so you guys have been at it for quite a while. And as I understand, if I'm not correct, I was on your Instagram. You have a new guitarist that you added?
Correct. That's Nick.
All right. Yeah. I thought that was pretty recent. So congrats for joining the band. Much. Holy shit.
Finally got a full band. Yeah, maybe we can play a fucking gig now if Australia decides to open up.
Oh, my goodness, man. I'll tell you. I've done a lot of European interviews over the last year, and that just seems to be the general consensus across the board is they won't let you fucking play. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, dude, if it hadn't been for the album dropping, we'd have done just about nothing in 2021 because, just no pubs, nothing open. But, we got a gig booked soon, so we're fucking psyched about that.
Oh,
but
fantastic.
Cases are exploding again in Sydney and New South Wales, so we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, 2020 and 2021 was probably the best time for bands to go to the woodshed, get new material. If there's member changes or anything like that, couldn't have been a better time.
Yeah, precisely.
That's good that you guys were able to, drop the album there. And I believe it's this one, if I am correct.
That's it.
That's awesome.
All right. Now, for those of you out there in Three Witches Land, want to check out Bad Absalom on Bandcamp. One of the best places to go because they actually give a fuck about the artist, unlike some of the other platforms that are out there. So give it a chance, give it a listen. If you like what you hear, download the whole fucking album. Listen to the whole thing, not just one single. Can't stand that.
Hell yeah.
So just wanted to make sure, and let's get that out there in the comments real quick. So bandcamp.com. Now, have you guys been taking advantage of the Bandcamp Fridays?
No, I'm not familiar with that.
Okay, so ever since the whole COVID thing started,
Right.
Bandcamp started the thing where on Fridays, like for the entire weekend from Friday to Sunday, bands can either put specials together, but the whole point is anything bought during that time, it goes 100% to the artist. They take nothing.
Wow, Matt. Okay,
So-
shit. We better start promoting on Fridays then.
Yeah, definitely look into that because you guys could probably get a lot more push that way, especially digital downloads. Are you
Sweet.
on any other platforms other than that?
We are, dude. We're on everything. We ticked all the boxes when we signed up to one of them digital distribution websites, and I think we're on every major streaming platform: Spotify, Weezer, YouTube. Yeah. But
Hell, we're on Tinder, Grindr, Adult Matchmaker. We're on everything.
Okay, yeah, because I was looking for you guys on Spotify, couldn't find it.
Oh, true.
But I did see that you were on what looks like a playlist, which is really cool.
Hell yeah.
Let me see here. There it is. Something called the Lockdown List.
Yep. That's what just a little list of local bands that we've either played or want to play with, and just I don't know, keep folks keen on some new music throughout the lockdown.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gotten a few streams on Spotify. But for an unsigned band with a small following, we were super stoked with the response we got from that.
And that's one of the best things out there. If anybody watching today that's in a band and trying to figure out how to get your shit out there, DistroKid is like the cheapest, easiest way to get your music out all over the world. And not to mention social media. You guys are on Instagram, you're on Facebook.
That's it, the whole shebang, but fuck, we're awful at it, I won't lie.
Do you have a manager?
No, I'm the manager, so I think I'd be fired if I wasn't playing bass as well.
Yeah, that's another one of those things that, because I also run Terror Crew Productions, Ohio, Nebraska chapter. I manage about 5 to 6 acts right now. And, social media is very crucial. So the more that you can do, you're more visible, going live on a regular basis, even if it's just like a fucking practice. People love to see that shit.
That's it.
And that gives you a chance to interact with those that are in your fan base and people that find you by accident.
Yep.
So might want to take advantage of that in the future.
Well, so what actually happened was that early on, when we started to go bigger on social media, we as a band decided that we wanted to connect with the people who were supporting us and following us, but we also wanted to make sure that we weren't just doing the same thing every single week.
Oh, for sure.
Always make sure that we had new stuff, and it wasn't just here's a practice, here's a photo we took at practice. Oh, we've got a show.
No doubt.
Unfortunately, last year, due to the lockdown, we weren't able to practice. So,
you guys couldn't even do that.
No, it almost became a situation of no news is good news. So unless you heard something, you would just assume that we were fine and we were at home practicing by ourselves. But we just didn't have an opportunity to connect with the fan base or really to connect with each other. If it wasn't for social media, I don't know how we would have really communicated because we just didn't have the opportunities.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of bands have gone to the live streaming in order to try to, maybe do like a 5-song set or something like that. So actually, I think that's going to be the future of live performing is, you'll have a crowd in front of you and then at the same time, you can stream it out across the world to really get your sound out.
Sure.
So,
Did your band do any like live gigs or like live streaming gigs during any like of your lockdown?
Yeah, during 2021, we started for Black Tar anyway.
Yeah.
We started a live stream tour where each month we would actually do a show where it wasn't just us. We picked another band to open with us. So, you know, you could tune in at, let's say, 5 o'clock. They do their set, 5 minutes switch over. So, you know, everything lines up good. And then we would go on at 6 o'clock. We were fortunate. I mean, it was a lot of like just trying to figure out what works, what doesn't work. It's kind of tricky.
Yep.
So, I mean, that was the best way we could do it. And we streamed it through Facebook, as a matter of fact. So,
cool.
You know, it's something, I don't know, you might want to do that in the future, possibly. I don't know.
Yeah. Been seeing advertisements from like sites called Streamable or something, and that looks pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
there's been a couple of apps that have come out that you might be able to use or utilize. I've seen a few. I mean, we haven't used them. We just used a fucking iPhone and stuck it on a tripod and said, let's hope for the best. It's either going to suck or it's going to be great.
Some punk rock audio, bro. Fuck yeah.
Well, the only reason we chose to use an iPhone is because it has those built-in noise gates.
Oh, true. Okay, yeah. How'd it work? Did
if you have one,
got some
you
usable
probably
audio?
use it.
Mad. If it works, it works.
Absolutely. But man, I really do hope you guys can get out there for sure.
Cheers. The truth is, we actually have some friends who who do kind of professional photography and have offered to do some stuff for us. Like just a few my friends in particular. But the problem is we literally weren't allowed to even rehearse. All the studios were closed down. The most we got in was like me, Richie, and Nick sitting sadly in my living room, you know, rehearsing on acoustics. So yeah.
That's illegal as well.
No, that's awesome. If you got people that, you know, can help you with that, I mean, that's shit. Any band would be, you know, grateful for that. So hopefully, you know, we'll be able to see a live stream from you guys in the future.
Yeah, fingers
for
crossed.
Sure.
Keep posted.
So what are the influences?
Whoa, look, we're massive like Melvins fans, massive
nice
Stone Age fans. Red Fang, like I think was the main tonal influence for the album.
Oh my goodness.
Because that real, I don't know, that real clean fuzz that they had going on in their earlier stuff. Not like the Arrows album, but yeah.
Sick as fuck.
Yeah. So love that. Love the big orange sounds, the big Ampeg bass. So yeah, I think.
Is that what you guys are running?
That's what we ran in the studio. So thank goodness that
gotcha.
Our engineer had a suite of massive amps to use. So we got to have a little play around and pick out a sweet touch.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So those are like the predominant influences, or does the band as a whole have like a whole bunch of different influences?
We're all, we've got like a power metal guy here.
Yes, finally some fucking power metal.
We've got a power metal guy here. We've got like a stoner rock guy here. We've got everything and everything here. And Nick, you're like a doomy blues guy.
Classic.
Yeah.
I thought I heard some Black Sabbath up in there.
Yep.
The first time I
Big
heard
Sabbath.
When Nick joined the band, like the first thing I thought of when he started playing was straight up Zeppelin vibes. His guitar tone,
that rocks too.
it was incredible. He sort of reminded me of like a mix between Rush and Zeppelin. It was the technical but still tonally incredible guitar tone. And yeah, like Richie said, we've all got influences. Like, yes, I am a power metal dude, but a lot of my drumming influence actually comes from a lot of punk. Specifically,
it's not punk.
Fuck you. That's how I listened to Green Day when I was younger.
It's always a good interview when the bandmates tell each other to fuck off.
But, you know, we all have our own different influences. We bring in our own styles, but then when it just melds together, we just create our own new sound. And I think that just worked for us. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I can definitely hear the influences, in what you sent me. So, I mean, as a whole, the album, it's great from start to finish. There's not a dull track in there at all.
Oh, cheers, mate.
You know,
Thank you very
I honestly think a lot of, you know, my viewers will definitely want to check you out. So if you've seen in the comments there, I put their Bandcamp out. They're also on Spotify as well, so you should most definitely be able to find them. Just open a search and put the band name in.
That's it.
Please, people, got to do it.
Fun listening to it.
So, real quick, I'm going to go ahead and run a commercial from one of our big sponsors over in the UK, Royal 10 Clothing. Check it out. Fuck yes. If you're like all of us here at Three Witches Entertainment, we love our horror, obviously. Otherwise, I just look like a painted up dead whore. So check out royal10clothing.com. They have the best fresh horror designs, not just classics, but also completely new stuff that they have designed themselves at an affordable price, $15. You can't beat that shit. And half of the other competitors can't beat that price either. And they ship out right the fuck away. So please check them out. They are awesome. And all of the bands that sponsor or are sponsored by them, I should say, which you guys might want to check it out. They're actually pretty cool to work with. So, all right, we are back with Bad Absalom. So you guys said that you've been together for about 5-6 years. Is this your first official record, or do you have any efforts before that?
No, mate, this is our first ever recording project. Hey, we tried to release a few EPs beforehand, but all of it just turned out fucking shit, honestly, because we went through a few student engineers, and they did a good job, but it just wasn't what we were looking for. We didn't feel comfortable, I don't know, putting it out. It wasn't just professional enough. So yeah, this is our first ever big mainstream fucking recording gig. So yeah.
Nice. The production quality is fantastic.
Also, one thing that like stopped us from putting out the album was, at the time I was playing rhythm guitar and I wasn't singing. So we weren't really ever happy with the way the singers sort of put over the lyrics, you know. Even when we came up with some good, like, the backing tracks were great, you know, the drums were good, the guitar was fine, bass was great, on point, but then the singing we just weren't comfortable with
you
it.
wrote the lyrics in a certain way, and the singer could never convey them in the way they were written.
Yeah, because I write the lyrics anyway, so
Yeah.
Totally understand that. I mean, shit, I'm the drummer for my band and I write most of the lyrics, so
Oh hell yeah!
I know how that feels.
Yeah. But yeah, like you were saying, the production on the album is next level, dude. We decided to finally do it right and went to one of Sydney's best recording studios, and yeah, we were in good hands there. Hey,
That's awesome. What's the scene like there as far as all the bands?
really good, honestly. Like, I mean, I know that there's a great scene that like we're just yet to crack into. We're still I guess our sphere of influence is pretty small still in terms of gigging. We're just looking to get as many shows this year as we can, but I know there's a fucking mad metal scene going on.
Nice. Is it mostly just like a big mix of metal, or?
Oh, huge.
Yeah, huge. Everything. Absolutely everything.
Okay,
Yeah.
well that's awesome.
We've
See,
got bands
in America, it's a little bit different. It's kind of sporadic. Some states are bigger for, let's say, death metal. Other states are bigger for doom. Although doom is like actually starting to like go nationwide, which is pretty
Nice.
cool. Metalcore is pretty much the flavor of the year. Here in America, it's the most popular style. Black metal is still prevalent, just not, nearly as big. It's still very underground, which I think in a lot of ways is a good thing.
Sure. I mean, that's how
commercializing black metal is just not cool.
Right
It loses its flavor. Damn it!
He'd be rolling in his grave, wouldn't he?
Oh my goodness. Whew. But okay, well, that's good to hear. Do you already have any shows booked for the future?
And actually no. So we've got a couple. One for January so far, on the 22nd, and one
nice
for so there's this really cool rock and roll bar called Frankie's in Sydney, and it's like, I don't know, it's kind of iconic in the rock scene and just in the live scene, really. And I think they're getting shut down due to some shitty city infrastructure. I think city council's trying to build, what is it?
Underground, a new train station.
Yeah, so it's really upsetting to see that go, but I think we're going to sneak in a gig there before they shut their doors. So that'll be fucking awesome in February.
Oh, hell yeah. Especially if you can do like a going away, kind of thing, like a closing show.
Correct, like a ta-ta, big send-off, yeah.
Well, Frankie's was
Fuck yeah. It's been there a long time?
Frankie's has been there for, I think last year, during the brief period where we came out of lockdown and were allowed to go out and do stuff before we went back into another lockdown, Frankie's had their 9th birthday party. It's a big thing. Every year they have a whole list of bands, cheap drinks, cheap pizza, because the place is called Frankie's Pizza by the Slice. It's
that's awesome.
One of the best parts about playing there as musicians, we get paid and we get an alcohol tab, but we also get a pizza tab. So they make sure to feed us before we go on stage.
A pizza tab.
Yes.
Man.
And
how awesome would that be?
Frankie's were actually supposed to close last year because they originally announced it at the end of 2020 that they were going to be shutting down to make way for this new train station. But then the new wave of COVID came in and it pushed everything back. So Frankie's has got another year under its belt. They're supposed to be closing down at the end of 2022, but that just means that we've got an extra year to party as much as we can and to play as many shows as we can and give the place a real send-off. Yeah,
absolutely. Fans out there that love your stuff, if you're in Sydney, check out where they're going. Stay glued to the Facebook page, the Instagram, so that, you can go out and support these guys because they're working their fucking asses off. And that's, it's just, even as a musician myself, I hate to see how, the crisis has kind of affected bands, all over the world. Mm-hmm. There's some signed acts on the label that we're on from over in Europe as well. And they're just now being able to play their first show. Yeah. So it's like trying to put a tour together is fucking horrific. Just awful.
Total clusterfuck. I mean, across Europe as well, because in Australia it's different. It's just one big country, and so I guess there's different laws in between states and whatnot. But imagine having to snake your way through Europe with countries that aren't letting you in and countries that are, and
yeah. I mean, we have trouble here as well, just trying to get into Canada.
Sure,
which is literally right over the border from us. So it's like woof.
Well, no, it's depressing, but I guess just gotta stay hopeful.
Oh, you got to, just promote. And that's legit what it's all about.
That's it.
So, what is as far as your lyrical content, what are a lot of the types of subjects you go for?
Ooh, that's a you question, pal.
Okay. Well, one of the things I always kind of hated in metal is I really didn't like stuff that's too fantastic. I don't mind telling kind of a story, right? But generally, sorry.
You said right.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, I said right.
Oh yeah. So a lot of it's about I don't know, just stuff that's happened in my everyday life, and the way I feel on certain subjects. Except for the song about alien abduction. I've not been abducted by aliens.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
aliens always make a good, influence for a song. Come on.
it's true.
What's wrong with that?
It's
Little sci-fi.
they're universal, universal thing. Haha.
No, absolutely. So some of the bands that I've, interviewed in recent months, some of them have done concept albums and,
Sure.
and that's what we are as bands. We're kind of storytellers anyhow. So it's actually kind of refreshing to hear that, you guys are definitely trying to write stuff that, people can kind of, relate to.
Sure.
At the same time getting entertained and can go crazy.
Yep.
So
Fucking oath.
awesome. So does the music come first, then the lyrics get written, or like what's your writing process?
Whoa. So Jeremy comes up with the skeleton of a song. So he'll come up with a main riff and usually some lyrics with it, and then we just build off of that. And I guess lastly to come would be final edits on the lyrics. Yeah. So probably guitar writing first, riffs, and then lyrics. And then then we just all come in and fucking add our own little thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, does the current album that you have out, is that material that you've had for some years, or is it all fresh new stuff?
So that's been a big point of contention with the band because we're sitting on so much new material that we've been able to write over the last couple of years. But we decided to put on like just all the original songs that we'd written and jammed on together as a band from its inception, sort of thing. So a couple of them are like the final track, Deadweight. That's a song that we had going on, and like the first little incantation of the band when Harrison first joined. Yeah.
So when I first joined the band, these guys said to me, "Hey, we need a drummer. We've got a gig coming up." And they sent me some tracks, and the first track I ever heard was Deadweight, and that's the one I learned, I practiced.
That song rocks.
Together, and they showed me some more. But yeah, Deadweight was actually the first track that I, as a drummer, learned from these guys.
Nice.
And I changed it up a lot, and I got to show off a lot more in that song. That's why it's sort of one of my favorite songs on the album, even if these guys don't like it. I'm not play it live very much because it's one of our older tunes and we've got so much new material.
Right.
But personally, it's my favorite song to play, and I know he's biased, but it's actually my father's favorite song off the album.
Got to make pops happy,
Our parents have been fantastic with this. Like Richie's mom is probably our biggest fan.
Nice.
Yeah, if you look on our
saddest thing I've ever heard.
Listen to our shit, man. My mom loves us.
Yeah. And you can tell, dude, she comments and likes every little Facebook post we do. It's heartwarming.
No, that's awesome. Because usually parents don't really care for what we do.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, how many parents are like super, I guess, proud that their son is in a stoner metal band?
That's the best thing I've ever heard. That should be on a t-shirt. My mom loves the fact that I'm a stoner metal musician.
Yep.
That'd be badass.
we got to come to a gig as well. My parents live like 600 kilometers away, so that was a good effort by them.
Nice. Most excellent. So do you have any plans for, let's say, any videos per se? Because there's a lot of really good YouTube sites out there, like 666 Mr. Doom, which would probably be perfect for you guys. Do you have any plans for videos at all? We went on 666 Mr. Doom.
We got him to post our album. I fucking love that channel, dude. I discovered a couple of great bands off of them. So they posted our album, which is super cool of them.
Nice.
I don't know if they posted our video, but we did get a video done from the same dude who did the cover for our album. So he's mainly like a kit bash artist. So he gets like horror themed toys and like models and whatnot, and then kind of like does like a
fucking rock.
Frankenstein's them together. And it's just a really cool art style. So we hit him up to do our album, and he's also a stop motion artist, and he came to us with the idea of doing a stop motion video for the lead single off the album, and that turned out fucking awesome. You can find that on YouTube as well.
Most definitely. And I think that's your personal channel, the
Yep.
Bad Absalom channel?
I believe so. I think that's on there.
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
All right, cool. And let's take a look at that artwork, by the way, because it's pretty fucking awesome. Let's see if I can get it to come up. Come back. There we go. So that's a heart in the middle, right? I take
No,
it.
that's a head. Like a scalped face.
Oh, I can see it better now. Okay. So what exactly is sticking out of it?
I don't know. I think like crab claws from a different like kit model he had. So yeah, I guess like just these fucking evil crab claws coming out and scalping a face. I thought that was a pretty
Nice.
pretty visceral image.
That's definitely up my wheelhouse for sure as far as horror that I like to watch. I love creature features. You know, a lot of people nowadays are not that much into creature features, but I still enjoy them to a degree. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. What is the overall theme for the album?
Oh goodness, fuck!
If you had to sum it up, you know what I mean?
Probably like probably just I don't know, misanthropic, almost depressive. Just I guess like.
In stoner metal? Hell no. I'm just playing.
Like for me, it was more kind of like what had happened in my life besides the alien abduction, which we've already established, what had happened in my life over the last few years and well, since kind of, forever. And it wasn't it just wasn't exactly a happy time.
Sure.
But we've got we're going to start working on another EP. We do need to decide on the songs, but we can promise everyone that they will be darker and heavier.
Woo woo.
Yeah.
I love the sound of that.
Yeah, those songs are shaping up pretty good, we feel. Probably a lot more leading into the punk vibe for this EP we're going to follow up with. Yeah, thrashy, really. Yeah, a lot more fast-paced.
This time around, after we did all the last lot of songs, we decided to get things a little bit more intense. We just started going a little bit more crazy in the studio, and when we rehearse, Jeremy would come in with a riff, and we'd mess around on it, and then we'd just dial it up to 11 and go as hard as we could, and work out the kinks throughout. And then at the end of it, we'd have this ridiculously fast-paced, heavy piece that we all just have so much fun playing. And that's what it really comes down to, is the more fun we have, the better the song starts sounding.
Hell yeah, most definitely. I mean, you can definitely tell, that you're giving it your all and that you enjoy what you do, because I mean, otherwise, why else the fuck would you do it in the first place?
Good, yeah. Now we fucking
for sure. Yeah, that's awesome. You'll definitely have to keep us informed of when that's gonna drop.
Yep.
For the future, and I will definitely share out the video that you guys have out for your single for the current album.
Oh, thank you.
Let's see what was next. Oh, yes. So I have to ask.
Yes.
Where the fuck did this come from?
Yeah. Look.
Between myself, my producer, and some other folks, we're like, what the fuck was the catalyst for that photo?
Don't forget to water the singer. Look, that was a really hot day, and it just wasn't a pants day. No, look, we just had to get some sort of like refreshing photo of the band because we hadn't taken any photos in so long. So that was such a okay. I think that day we just gotten message back from the engineer that the first mix was done with the album. Nice. So I was like, all right, boys, we need to start like updating the socials because we haven't done that in years. And that was such a spur of the moment photo taken by my fiance in the front yard of my old house. I was like, it was Wednesday, and you can see in that photo I'm wearing Wednesday underpants. So yeah, it made sense.
What a way to come back to social media, but in your fucking Wednesday underwear. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you guys have more photos coming out in the future?
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, that just kind of struck me like, wow, these guys are fucking nuts.
Yeah.
All
look,
right. I can
I
get
can't
with
promise.
this.
I can't promise you will have pants either. So yeah, buckle up.
We've got practice later today, so we're probably gonna take-
Fan-fucking-tastic. Awesome. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break here from one of our other fantastic sponsors here, Dezea's Creep Shop on
Hell
Etsy. All right. So if you are a horror fan, as you know, we are here at Three Witches Entertainment, 6 Feet Underground, most definitely. And you're into collectibles, Dezea's Creep Shop is the place for you to go. Everything is fucking handmade. Those creepy ass fucking dolls that look like they have a soul or a soul that they stole, they are legit handmade dolls. And they scare the shit out of me. And well, let's face it, nothing really scares me that much. So definitely check out. She's got a lot of different collectibles from, you know, classic horror to current horror, as well as her crazy fucking designs. So check her out on Etsy.com, Dezea's Creep Shop. We are back with Bad Absalom from Sydney, Australia.
Hell yeah.
So tell me about the most fucked up show you ever played.
Well, okay, so we've had a couple of fucking awesome shows. I think, look, probably the most fucked up show we ever played was a house party in the backyard of this of this house, like out west in Sydney, where it gets a bit rough. And it was a fucking awesome show that ended in like almost a punch on when our singer got like fucking assaulted by this psycho dude who was like walking around licking my face, and he was just obviously trying to start shit with everyone. So we played a cool show and we were like hanging out, and then this dude just fucking comes up and shoves Jeremy so hard in the back. And then yeah, it was almost a full-on brawl. We had to like drag our singer out of there so we could walk away without being the fucking band that started a fight at the house party.
Oh, for hell. That's fantastic.
It was fucking chilly.
We were
So yeah.
standing outside. It must have been like 15 degrees Celsius.
Yeah.
That's not cool.
It was fucking
Fuck
it was
you. It was the middle of winter, and we're outside playing a backyard show out in Western Sydney.
It's probably like 5 degrees.
It was
Yes, inquiring minds want to know.
Show, but again, we were all just fucking freezing.
Well,
another
how
one.
cold was it out there?
Oh, look, honestly, fucking probably like, I don't know, 10 degrees, and they got us all like 10 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that converts to in
Ooh.
Fahrenheit, but yeah, that's like, it was pretty nippy. And yeah, I feel like that gig could have gone inside. But no, another one that comes to
Shit,
mind.
his tongue could have ended up freezing to the side of your face
Side of
in
my
that
face,
kind of
yeah.
weather.
We opened up this gig for this pirate metal band called Lagerstein. They do a thing called
Oh,
Lagerfest
nice.
every year in Sydney, which is super fun. They get a bunch of bands from all over the shop to come in. Yeah. What?
That was a fucking great show.
That was a great show. That wasn't fucked up, but that was just super fun. The most fucked up thing about that show is though they do a chili contest, a chili eating contest, and me being half pissed, I threw my hand up for that one and like totally bit off more than I can chew because that got real spicy real quick, and I honestly I shit myself a little the next day.
I mean, did you shit yourself on stage?
No, not on stage, thank God, no. But like we played first, and then I did the chili
I
cook-off.
couldn't fucking do it. I'd be dead. I'm telling you right now.
It ruined me for the entire night.
Wow. All right.
Like, what was it?
Awesome. Drink of choice.
With the chili, I got to the show early so I could help everybody set up, and they were cooking the chili in the main showroom. So where all the bands and the punters were going to be, that's where they was to set up cooking it. And the guitar player from Lagerstein, big shout out to Joel. he makes the chili, and it was absolutely delicious. But I tried it before any of the stuff had been added, and it almost burned the roof of my mouth off. It was so hot. So I don't know how this guy made it to round 3 of the chili cook-off. And they had a whole bunch of other contests that day. Like they had one where everybody had 2 pitchers of beer and you had to hold your arms extended out and see who could hold it up the longest. There was beer pong. There was all kinds of stuff. It was a great show. We had so much fun. Everybody there just had a great time. It was just a whole day of metal. And
Nice.
I can't say enough good things about it. We played a killer set and we just had so much fun.
Yeah, and that's one of the things, we miss the most is fucking festival shows. Those are like the best fucking shows ever. Yeah. Where you can pretty much like see just about every favorite from every genre that you can get. So do you guys have any plans for jumping on any of those, or anybody in the Sydney area thinking about putting one on?
Look, I'm hoping so. Not that we know of at the moment, but shit, we'd be absolutely psyched to jump on anything like that. Yeah,
because if Vakken want to put us on, we'll take it.
That's it.
No doubt.
Yeah. No.
What is the band's drink of choice?
Oh, let's see. Here we go. At the moment, we got Australia's Nectar of the Gods, VB.
Yes,
Explain to me about this, because here in America, everybody seems to think it's fucking Foster's.
No, that's no. No one fucking drinks Foster's. That's a complete.
I fucking knew it. They've been lying to us for years. Stop drinking Foster's.
Yep. No.
All right.
Foster's has now become an English beer. They we don't drink that. We don't drink that piss water here in Australia. That's very much a warm English beer now.
Shit.
We've got VB. We've got our own rums. Like Australian rum is a Bundy rum, Bundaberg. And but personally, I'll stick with like Cap Morgan. I also like decent whiskey, Jack Daniels, Fireball, that kind of stuff. Nick, what about you?
Yeah, I'm a bit of a whiskey fan myself. I think the band, the whiskey of choice, or the alcohol of choice for the band, what would we say? I think VB represents us. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
My drink of choice, I guess, is vodka.
Holy shit, he's got the whole 5th right there.
He doesn't fuck about. It might be a problem.
I don't know. You never know. Might write a great song based off of that.
Are you familiar with the Australian term goon?
Wait, what?
Cask wine. Are you familiar with the Australian? We call it box wine. Yeah, familiar with the Australian term goon. Yeah, so that's like $15 a box cask wine, and it's like 40 standard drinks of absolute fucking piss wine, and that's an Australian tradition that you should probably grow out of, but our singer has not.
Yeah, that sounds pretty awful.
Yeah, it's pretty trash.
All right, nice.
So what's your whiskey poison? What are you drinking there?
Right now, Black Velvet. It's Canadian whiskey. I like Crown.
I do too.
I like Maker's Mark. I'm a big bourbon guy, but I kind of like switch back and forth all the time. Vodka's great. Dark rum I can do. The lighter rum just doesn't do anything for me. So, but normally I switch between. I cannot do Irish whiskey at all.
Yeah. No, I feel
it's like fucking gasoline. No offense to my, Irish brethren out there that watch us. I can't do it. I don't know how you guys do it. So that's pretty much where I'm at. So
I'm not a fan.
Jameson's amazing.
Oh no. Okay.
Jameson is amazing. No, oh no, we lost him.
Disagree. Hey, are we still on audio? I'm sorry, my camera's just gone to shit.
No.
Now you can't see our beautiful faces. All right. Well, I'm getting camera sorted again. I apologize.
No problem. We're just hanging out, man. And at this time, I'm going to show all of you out there the bands of Terror Crew Productions, Ohio, Nebraska.
Fuck yeah.
Licht aufgeht.
Anger, nausea, don't accept defeat.
All right, that was a great look at the bands of Terror Crew Productions, Ohio, Nebraska, from yours truly. Bands out there that are watching tonight, or our current guest here, Bad Absalom, if you guys are interested in some representation, I am currently taking on some more acts. As a matter of fact, I do have 2 brand new acts that I am going to be debuting on Monday. So stay tuned to 6 Feet Underground with Reaper on Instagram, Terror Crew Productions OHNE on Instagram for those announcements, as well as Reaper's Underground. All right, so we've been having a blast with y'all tonight. So naturally, because I am the horror fan that I am, give me your top 3 favorite horror films of all time.
Oh, okay, I'll go first. No, I'll go first.
It's like, oh, let me go.
Yeah. Shit, I'm so out of touch with the horror genre at the moment, but like the one I can remember.
There's like a shitload of awesome fucking movies coming out of Australia, though.
I've heard the horror film genre has like been fucking popping off lately. But like, okay, so one of my favorite ones was 1338? I think it was John Cusack, that movie about the haunted hotel room.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
that was a psychological fuck yourself up kind of movie.
Yeah, that might have been like contextually why that scared the shit out of me, because we were watching it in my friend's like basement fucking bedroom, and he fell asleep, the asshole, and like left me alone. And then the wind was like smashing this tree on the window outside. Yeah, no, that just like that. Yeah, that made me shit my pants. No, and Dead Silence. You ever heard of Dead Silence?
Dead Silence was fucking fantastic.
Yeah, I think like for an M-rated horror film, it was rated M in Australia anyway. Like I don't know, usually they're just gore fest, but that one was rated M, and me and my friend were like, it's probably gonna fucking suck, but yeah, no, that was surprisingly good.
Is that M for mature or M for motherfucker? I've never heard of that rating before, so I had to ask.
Well, the 3 for me, I'm a huge John Carpenter fan, and
noise
movies yesterday. But I think number 1 horror movie for me is The Thing. I think that movie is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, The Thing. And now, then, which film?
The original one, of course. The one with Kurt Russell.
Nice. Which was actually the original one, not the original. The original was the black and white back in the late 50s. But to be quite honest, though, the Kurt Russell edition, best of them all.
Oh, 100%. And number 2 would be The Shining. I think The Shining is fucking phenomenal. Jack Nicholson doesn't blink once the whole movie.
He totally doesn't. How the fuck did he do that? Was it the cocaine? Somebody tell me.
Exactly. And then 3 would be The Exorcist. I think The Exorcist is fucking terrifying.
The Exorcist was fantastic. Yeah.
Okay, so
now, was your favorite the original, the second,
the original, the 1978 one, the one with the original one?
Okay, awesome. The second one was a little, but that third one though, that shit punched me in the nuts. I'm just saying.
Okay, so for me, mine's a little different. You know, like I'd say for 1 and 2, it's probably Zombieland.
Zombieland. No one's ever said that. I actually think that's a very fun film.
I'm a really big fan of comedy horror, and I'm a huge Woody Harrelson fan.
Big time, sure.
So, Zombieland 1 and 2, definitely. And then, third, I haven't seen it for a long time. I've got to rewatch it. Probably Army of Darkness.
Oh, yes.
I discovered it, a couple years back, and I watched it.
Campbell's the king.
And it's just one of those timeless classics that's both really stupid and really fun. And honestly, if you put it in cinemas today, it would probably get a cult following, as opposed to the 90s where it just became a really, really good movie.
I actually think the cult status started in the 80s with Evil Dead 2. Yeah. And that movie just pushed them over the fucking, the top.
They got a whole series on Netflix of it now.
Which is badass.
Yeah, it's really.
I was sad to see that it only got 3 seasons. I'm like, you guys could have kept going. Oh man!
Horror series called Wolf Creek.
Well, look, one of my if you're asking me, I've got I got to agree with Nick on The Thing. I can just always watch The Thing, and you're always surprised that it's still the because it's one of the last movies to kind of just use practical effects rather than CGI, man. And that's phenomenal, But then if you're asking me for a trilogy of 3, I've got to go with House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Reject.
Yes, Rob fucking Zombie. About time. Woo woo, Sid Haig, let's go.
I'm not gonna lie, when I saw you for the first time, all I could think of was Otis.
Otis with no hair. I will fucking take it all day long.
But if we're going comedy horror like Harry, I can always sit down and watch Shaun of the Dead.
Oh, that's a great film. Love me some Shaun of the Dead. Absolutely.
That whole the Cornetto trilogy.
The Cornetto trilogy was fucking amazing.
What's that?
The Cornetto trilogy. Sorry, the Cornetto trilogy, all 3 of those films that Sean Pegg and Nick Frost did.
Hot Fuzz, for sure.
Shaun of the Dead and The World's End. Yeah.
I really fucking loved Hot Fuzz. Not gonna lie, loved it.
Yeah,
wasn't exactly horror, but it was just a great fucking story and made me laugh my ass off. So
yep, hard agree.
Most definitely. So, do you guys have any merch currently? Do you have some T-shirts, hats, anything like that?
No.
I'm trying to get socks.
Yeah, okay. So I feel like T-shirts.
Socks.
I feel like T-shirts is a flooded market. So my idea was fuck it, man. We're breaking into the sock market. No one ever sells socks at gigs. We're gonna if we're opening for bands, I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna buy the headliner's shirt and buy Bad Absalom socks. No, look, no merch at the moment. We were tossing up whether to go do any physical releases for the album, but I guess from a small market research, my mates all told me that none of them listen to physical music anymore, which is sad. But who knows? We might do a vinyl. Might do a vinyl run of the album eventually. But
we have actually looked into that.
Yeah. The only T-shirt we've ever had was one that I made myself to give to my grandma for Christmas last year.
That's awesome. Well, you guys should definitely start shopping, the current release that you have.
Yep.
Get it out there because there's a lot of indie labels that are looking. There's quite a few actually over there that I'm familiar with as well, which, if you guys want any information, I can give it to you after the broadcast. So let's take one more commercial break just before our band's final thoughts for the night from our awesome sponsor, Villain Arts Tattoo. All right. Villain Arts Tattoo Conventions. Let me tell you, these guys put on one hell of a convention. If you love tattoos, obviously, like I do, and many of us in the metal realm, definitely try to get yourself to one of these tattoo conventions. They service most states in the United States. And as a matter of fact, on January 28th, 29th, and 30th, myself and Mischief will be there in Omaha, Nebraska. So definitely come out and check us out. If you like the show, if you like Three Witches Entertainment and everything that we do, come see us. We would love to meet you. All right. So, what is our final thoughts from Bad Absalom to your fans and to potentially other fans that you have made tonight?
Yeah, look. Honestly, we're just fucking so appreciative of anyone who gives our tunes a listen. We just, like every person who's in this industry, dude. We just fucking love having a fiddle and and getting on stage and just playing some tunes, man. We just fucking love it. So, yeah. Give us a listen, and if you dig it, hopefully see you at a gig sometime. That'd be fucking mint.
Absolutely. If you're in the Sydney area in Australia there, please check these guys out. They are hardworking. They've been dying to play shows. Check out their album. The whole album is actually on YouTube as well, I believe. I think that's where I originally listened to the album, but also on all.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, mate.
Support
we've
the
lost
band.
you.
No, my internet.
Oh,
Oh no.
sorry,
Thank
mate,
you so much. I
Yeah.
think we had a little bit of a cutoff there. I was in the middle of a rant as usual, but that's okay. Support the bands you dig. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. Y'all fucking rock. Check them out. I told you where. It's in the comments. Fucking do it.
All right,
Now-
thanks so much for having us, dude.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you so much as well. All right. So, everyone, stay safe out there and always stay heavy.